All right. Hey there, Leo. Welcome to my channel, Airy Fairy Tarot. I'm Fairlight. I hope you're doing well. So, I am doing a reading for you, and fuck, man, what is going on, Leo? um, so I was just shuffling cards. I didn't even plan on using the Crowley deck for your reading, or I didn't know, but I really was planning on starting with a different deck, and this one just kept talking. It just wants to talk tonight, I guess. And you keep getting the Tower card. Eek. Right? I'm sorry, Leo. I'm sorry. I mean, it's your birth month, but it is a time of major transformation. Shit's probably, I always say shattering when I see the Tower card. It's always just a big shattering. But, but with the sun and all that stuff, it's burning away. A lot of shit is burning down, and it feels like you are, you're really bummed because of what is burning away. Like, it's fine to let things burn away when it's like, oh good, now I'm more myself. But when you see shit burning away, that's like, wait a minute, I thought that was me. Sorry, I've got smoke rising up from sage, so let's clear that energy out, And I am no stranger to the Tower card. I don't think anybody is nowadays. But the way it keeps consistently coming up for you. So, and I'm feeling like don't even show the cards right now. I don't know why, because I usually do. But they're just telling me to talk, so I'm just going to listen to your guides. This Tower card, things aren't working out the way you wanted it to, and it feels like things aren't moving forward the way you want them to. And so I'm just looking at you. You've got a lot of swords cards here. All right, I have to show them. Sorry, guides. So here's that Tower card. I think they're just telling me, I'm not used to working with this camera, so forgive me. So it's like, it just that eye staring, it just feels like a lot of pressure is on you. And it's funny because I just did the Sagittarius reading, and it was about like allowing this pressure to be perfect cause you just to freeze and not act at all. And so I'm kind of getting a sense of that with this. Like there's this, you feel like all eyes are on you, or, you're being watched. And so it's like you've got this intense pressure on you, and it's breaking you down, And so then, you've got this Nine of Swords reversed. Again, I'm not used to this. It's a hall of mirrors. This Nine of Swords reversed. So it's like you're being stuck in this negative thinking. And, it's caught between the 8 and the 9. And it's like I'm trying to feel into that, but it's like that's all there really is to say about that. You're just caught in between some negative thinking, and it's like I don't know. It's more than just like negative thinking. It's like you're fighting with yourself. It's like kind of what I'm doing here. It's like, well, what is the negative thinking? I'm getting a big sense of like just confusion, which, fuck, if I've been feeling confusion myself. I told a lot of myself in the last reading, and I didn't want to do that with yours, but I guess if that's what it is, maybe that's why I wanted to do both of y'all's readings tonight. Something about the fire energy. And it makes sense with Mars and Aries. So I did Sagi's reading, now I'm doing your reading. I guess fire's just being intensified right now with that Mars energy and the slowing down. I don't quite see the stagnation, except for this Wheel of Fortune being reversed. Sorry. This camera's fucking me up, man. Alright, but whatever. I love to be imperfect. And that's just kind of the theme for tonight. Nobody's perfect, especially right now. So just do the best that you can. Don't. So what if all eyes are on you? Maybe all eyes need to be on you to see that you're not perfect right now, you know? Because that's what needs to be shattered. What is perfection? Perfection according to who? Like, could you imagine a flower trying to grow and being like, that's fucking terrifying. Not moving forward because you think you have to be perfect. Again, perfect according to who? Whose fucking standards? Is it yours? Well, how do you even know what perfect looks like if you don't make a mess and see where you want to clean it up, So, and I want to do perfect readings. Like, already I'm like, maybe I should stop the video and start again. No, fuck that. I'm just going to keep going. And you're going to see that I'm not perfect. I am so not, But nobody's perfect, man. Just be authentic. And fucking up is authentic. It's a real thing. And I was seeing, I was seeing some other cards that I wanted to talk about. But that Tower card that kept coming up was just kind of throwing me off. But like the High Priestess came up in reverse. And there was some other cards, so I just want to kind of talk about that message. I don't have them to show to you, but it's there just seems to be a theme of confusion tonight. Like, it took me all day long. I don't even know what time it is. I think it's after 9 o'clock my time. I'm in Colorado. And I've been planning to make videos all day long. And I was so trying to get my room perfect. I was so trying to get everything perfect. And I was planning on doing my readings at my desk. And I got everything off of there, and it's still a mess. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to set a chair and put cards on there. I can reach over to the desk if I need to. And I've got my Grateful Dead fucking tapestry behind me. And fuck it, let's just do the best that you can right now. And create. Just create. You don't have to be perfect. I think everybody's going to be my crazy baby tonight. That's before I finally got started doing my videos. My friend asked me to sing to her Joan Osborne's Crazy Baby. And, I don't know the whole song. I'm learning it right now. But I'll sing it to you, just the main part that I know, but not right now. I'm feeling a lot of scattered energy, and it could just be all me, but I attune myself, to people's guides so that I can be an open and clear channel and deliver the messages as clearly as I can and accurately as I can. And so with all this confusion coming through, I can't help but believe that, there's just, so that High Priestess in reverse, that's exactly it. It's like you can't quite hear the intuitive guidance, or if you do hear it, you're not sure if you should trust it because there's some sort of anxiety energy coming through. So that could be it. Maybe with the sun in your sign right now and being activated by this Mars energy that's slowing down and all this stuff, maybe maybe you are attracting, the light attracts all kinds of beings. When you put a light out turn on the light on the porch, all kinds of bugs fly to the light, or whatever. So if you're pulling in a lot of light right now, it makes sense that you can get clogged with so much being drawn into you. Sometimes you can pull so much light in so fast that you get clogged with a lot that is being pulled in with the light too, if that makes sense. Another way to say it is, as you're bringing that light in and through your being, it's also pulling up stuff that's in you, vibrations that are of a denser energy, of a denser frequency. And so you can be being clogged from here, and you can also be being clogged from within. So just breathe, drink water, bless your water. You know, water it receives impressions. So just hold your water, hold it to your heart, you rule the heart, and just bring that light and bless your water. Thank your water for hydrating you. Thank your water for cleansing you. And allow it to cleanse you, and ask it to really cleanse you right now, and tell your water, I'm just pulling so much light through that I'm getting clogged with stuff that is mucking me up, so please clear that out. Drink lots of water. Bless your breath too. Tell the air the same thing, you know, please help clear me. Help me find clarity. Just bring yourself to balance, you know, take a deep breath. And kind of what it was showing me is like, because you're having trouble discerning your own intuitive guidance, that maybe it's better to connect with the earth right now. It was an earth energy, it was a pentacles energy. And I just got this sense of like, you know, maybe you need more tangible reinforcement right now. Reinforcement wasn't the word I wanted, but it's close enough. Something more tangible. It's okay if you can take your shoes off and just put them on put your feet on the earth. Not your shoes. Take your shoes off and put your feet on the earth. You know, and breathe. You know, sit down on the earth. Put your palms to the earth, and just breathe. If you can touch a tree, hug a tree. You know. Or just anything, you know. Before I started my readings, when I was finally able to get the clarity of like, fuck it, I'm not going to be able to do this at the desk. I'll sit on the bed. And then I started looking at the items on my desk. And it's funny that what is messing me up right now, I've gotten rid of so much clutter that was on my desk. And what I ended up putting back on there, it was still clutter. But most of what's messing me up is a bunch of seashells. Isn't that interesting? And I will say that among the items that were coming up in Sagittarius's video, it was the snake skin that I really felt like I had to talk about. And maybe that's valid for you, but really for you, for some reason, it's the seashells. So, seashells, ocean, emotion. So maybe it's your emotions that are clogging you right now. And that's why that earth energy can help you get grounded. And it's okay if you are processing a full spectrum of emotions right now. That's part of what's being burned off right now. That's this tarot card of I meant to say tower card, but tarot card came out. Tower tarot card, you know, and everybody watching you go through this. But if you don't show people that processing emotions is messy, who will? You know, if people look to you for guidance, then this is exactly what they need to see from you right now. So just be okay with yourself. It's okay. It's all okay. But I'm going to lean over and grab this. A dear Virgo brother of mine, actually I have 3 brothers, they're all Virgos, and it wasn't one of them. It's actually a guitar player friend of mine that, you know, when you play music with somebody, they become family. And this Virgo brother of mine, shout out to Jerry Dean. He won't see this because he's not a Leo, he's a Virgo, but whatever. He gave me this compass. And so this is how I finally got started doing my videos today. I've been trying to do this all fucking day. And finally, I laid out this compass and I said, please give me guidance. Please help me find my way so that I can get focused and start making videos. And then he also gave me this, I think it's like a wasp or something in amber. And it's like, this is for power. And it's also organization. You know, wasps are organized, and they have a way of like, okay, you're born to do this and you're born to do this. Now, I'm more about we are creators and, whatever. I'm not about that. But for now, the power of the wasp. And the wasp also represents divine feminine power too. And so it's interesting that you had the high priestess reversed. And now I'm talking about this powerful wasp energy, and that's about feminine power. But it's powerful feminine power in that it's activating. And so the activating element is generally more of a masculine trait. So if there's a way that you can blend those energies in yourself, that fiery passion energy with the receptive, so it's like bringing yourself into a flow, and it's kind of like just acting on what, well, finding your direction first. Sorry, again, the camera. Finding that direction first, bringing yourself into that attunement and that alignment. I love the word attunement because it resonates with music, right? And so aligning yourself with your passion and aligning yourself with how do I want it to flow? And it does, there's this conversation being had, and I think that's why I was getting hung up on this Nine of Swords reversed, because it feels like it's a conversation you're having with yourself. And so it's these thoughts that's blocking the intuitive guidance. And so it's like you receive the guidance and then you second guess yourself. And you receive the guidance and then you second guess yourself. And then you don't know which voice is the right one. And so it's like if you could just turn this off and align yourself with your heart. What's in your heart? If it's a head or heart decision, go with your heart right now. I'll say it again. If it's a head or heart decision, go with your heart right now. Follow that heart guidance. And then don't think about it. If it comes through, act. If it comes through, act. If it comes through, act. And if it's wrong, if it really resonates as wrong, then your heart's not going to tell you to do it. And if it logically doesn't seem like the right thing, but nobody's going to get hurt, just fucking do it. See where it takes you. I'm a singer, and sometimes I had to, there's this word, it's like this elusive word that wants to come through for you. I had to, the word's not validation, well, whatever, you don't hear me get stuck on words. I had to come to an all-rightness with myself, that sometimes when I'm performing live, I'll sing the wrong note. It fucking happens. And you hear I'm having throat issues now. Sometimes the note won't come at all. Or it's just scratchy or whatever, but I'm not going to stop singing, I'm not going to stop the performance because I'm singing some wrong notes. And I had to come to a place with myself that I align with all of it. I trust the moment. I trust and flow with the process of life. That's my favorite quote by Louise Hay. I trust and flow with the process of life. And so I have to trust that if I sang a discordant note, that there was something in the vibration of that note that everybody in the room, everybody present, needed that discord to happen, needed to hear that wrong note. For some reason, there was something that got activated by that wrong note. There was something they needed to shock them into alignment with the right resonance. So if you can receive that, and then we've got the Hermit. I'm still learning. I know I say it every time. I'll say it every time. the Hermit, so it's that going inside. So maybe it's some of this second guessing. I and I don't even know. I feel like other people can sometimes be phantoms. Like there may be someone there that's, you know, be in the committee trying to get you to do what they think you should do, and that can create confusion. But a lot of times it's phantom voices in our head, and and we'll project it onto other people. We'll think it's other people that are judging us or criticizing us, or they really want us to do something. It's codependency, and I think that's a lot of what's being purged right now, at least for you, is this codependent, you know, feeling, and you're projecting onto people what you think they want. And the reality could be that they really don't even care that much, or they believe in you so much that they were never thinking that. So don't put that on them, and don't do that to yourself. And be your best self for you. And trust that if you are really what they need at that moment, then what you are offering is exactly what they need. Okay? So let your inner light shine. Now I gotta sing a little, you know, because I always sing this with the Hermit. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. See, and that went flat, that's okay. All right, so then you've got the Prince of Swords, and then you've also got the Ace of Swords. All right? So that's about speaking your truth. Speaking your truth, trusting that the messages that that are authentic for you, that whatever it is you're sending out, you know, trust that. Trust that. And I also, with a different deck, when I was shuffling for you, it's coming back in my head, I saw the Two of Cups reversed. So maybe that could be part of why you're second guessing yourself, and why the Wheel of Fortune is reversed. Maybe there was some sort of a partnership or a romantic relationship or something like that. And I'm getting a flash. This could be true for you or not, you know. It could even be like a past partnership that you thought was going to, it was that someday we're gonna la-di-da, and then today, metaphorically, it could have been today, but metaphorically this now, you're realizing that it's not meant to be with them in whatever regards it is. Again, it could be romantic, it could be business, it could be whatever, you know. It's or it could just be like a version of yourself, a something that you thought you were going to do, and now you're being guided in a different direction. Whatever it is, you thought it was going to move in that direction, and that's why you're second guessing yourself. Maybe you were kind of hanging your hat on an outcome, and the outcome isn't going to happen for you, and you have such a strong belief in it still, and it's hard for you to accept that it's not going to happen that way. But you're going to make yourself crazy with regret or resentment or anger. And so I'm feeling very strongly, you know, if you hang on to that kind of energy and not let it go, it's going to be poison for you. It's well, it's the devil. But you got the devil reversed. So as this message is coming through, if you'll just be willing to let it go and forgive, that's like such a strong message for you right now, Leo. Sorry, I'm losing my voice, I'm trying. That's a really strong message, is to forgive. Forgive. Forgive it all. Bless and release and forgive. And sometimes you don't know how to forgive. And again, wow, Louise Hay is really coming through in this about touching your throat and just stating willingness. I may not know how to do it, but I am willing to forgive. anytime you're trying to make a change and you don't know how, if you touch your throat and say, I'm willing to. I'm willing to change. I am changing. I am willing to forgive. I don't know how, but I'm willing to. That enough helps unblock the resistance energy, and it creates a flow. And so as long as you know that you're willing to forgive, you're moving the energy, and then, point your attention on whatever that thing isn't. So, you wanted it to work out this way, just turn away from it. Look at what is flowing for you. Look at what is flowing for you. And then you've got this Ace of Swords. And that's speaking your truth. And so maybe part of this forgiveness is speaking your truth. And if it has to do with another person, maybe you need to speak directly to them. And if you can't, journal. And maybe it's not a person, whatever it is, you know what it is. And if you don't know what it is, then just journal anyway. Start writing. What am I not forgiving? What was I so attached to that isn't working out? And it's funny, it's interesting that you would get this card about truth, this Ace of Swords, this divine truth coming through. And here I'm being the messenger for this, and I'm working through the same fucking thing. And that's why I'm having trouble with my voice. Because the throat chakra is where we process change. And I'm dealing with a situation where I'm having to let go of something that was very important to me, because hate and resentment and holding on to it is just blocking me from something really amazing unfolding for me right now. And it's like, what do I want? Do I want the old thing to turn out the way I want it to so much that I'm willing to sabotage the amazing thing that's happening for me now? And the interesting thing for me, which I don't know if this resonates with you or not, the interesting thing for me is that the future I'm letting this past block is actually the past thing is holding on to it is for the very thing that is coming to me, that is trying to come to me. Actually, it's not even trying to. It's here. It's happening. So I hope that great things are happening for you. Let go of whatever it is. It doesn't have to turn out the way you wanted it to. Let go. Trust and flow. I trust and flow with the process of life. And it's okay to let go of the old. Release the old thing. Bless and release. And allow the new to come to you. All right? And so it's also interesting because after that, you've got the Hierophant. And also, in the deck that I thought I was going to be using for your reading, the one card I got out of, actually there's two, but the one that was on top is the Hierophant. And it's funny, as I say Hierophant, my voice comes back. Hierophant, Hierophant, Hierophant. Let's drink our blessed water. So, when you get this message twice, when you get the same message twice from two different cards, I kind of feel like one card represents old paradigm, and the other card represents new paradigm, and especially when it's two Hierophants. And I don't want to get too into the cards themselves tonight. I do that sometimes. I just don't feel like it right now. But old paradigm, the Hierophant represents institutions, authority, especially like church or religious authority, spiritual authority. And in the old paradigm, the authority, the spiritual authority, is very much outside of us. It's an outside authority. Most people in this part of the world tend to call this outside authority God or Father. which is fine, you know. Um, but there gets to be some screwy concepts associated with this God the Father, because they tell you, on the one hand, you know, Father loves you, He loves you, He loves you. But then they also tell you, Father judges you, He criticizes you, and He punishes you. And we're taught to correlate love with judgment, criticism, and punishment. That's love. See where the codependency comes in? And then we're taught we show Father love. I've said this in other videos, so if you've watched other videos of mine, which I don't have that many out, and you've heard this before, then you're just meant to hear it again. So we're taught to show Father we love Him by fearing Him and obeying Him. And so we correlate that with love. So you see how it's a very codependent, it's a foundation on codependency. And that's why there's so much, I think that's a lot of why there's so much of this narcissism and stuff, because we fall into these roles, you know. And, but that's not love, and that's not divinity. And so you can't look to an outside authority for love or even approval. Like, yeah, it's nice when people are like, oh, great job, and receive it, like, definitely receive it, but don't hang your hat on it, you know. Let the authority be within. So for me, the new paradigm Hierophant is, so when whatever. So my guides told me at some point, don't do the traditional definition or whatever translation of the Hierophant. Look up what the dictionary calls the Hierophant, or what defines the Hierophant. So the dictionary's definition of the Hierophant is a person who translates the sacred mysteries. That's it. A Hierophant is a person who translates the sacred mysteries. And with this coming up twice, this is asking you to trust your own translation. That high priestess, listen to your own intuitive guidance. The messages you receive, don't look to an outside authority to define for you what is meaningful for you, what purpose is for you, any of that. Don't look to an outside authority. You be the translator of what sacred messages are coming to you. If a bird flies by, what does that bird mean for you? Now, you can look it up. You know, I look up what birds mean all the time, but sometimes I don't have the book with me, or I'm driving and I can't look it up. So allow yourself to be your own translator of sacred mysteries. And, you know, you can check yourself. Is that what I want it to mean? And maybe that's not what it's, but see, then you start second guessing. So it's that immediate, what's your immediate impression? What would be the action taken on this message? What's my immediate response? And just go with it. And you know what? Even if you're wrong, it's okay to be wrong. You know, what does it feel like to trust yourself? And sometimes you can be wrong and then find out down the road that you weren't wrong. Or find out down the road that being wrong served a greater purpose to align you with what was right. Everything's a big fucking mystery. It's all a mystery. So be your own Hierophant. You be the translator of your own sacred mysteries. All right? All right, I think that's enough of a message today. I told you I'd sing Crazy Baby to you, so whether you want to hear it or not, I'm going to sing it. I don't know the whole thing, so I'll just sing, and I don't even know if I'm singing it right, because I'm just learning it. But if I fuck it up, oh well. Maybe I was supposed to fuck it up. Maybe I was supposed to sing a discordant note just for you to hear it. Alright? So, oh my crazy baby, try to hold on tight. Oh my crazy baby, don't put out the light, the light. See, that's the wrong note. The light, the light. Right? I need musicians to keep me in tune. Whatever, fuck it. Alright, Leo, if you would like a personal reading with me, I've got information that you can click on. Hit me up. Yeah, I won't say it all. Just look in the description and you know how. Otherwise, I'll see you again next time I see you. And I'm just really erratic with videos, so I won't make any promises. But love and blessings, Leo. And, oh, I love you, Leos. Happy birthday. Bye. Oops. Well, maybe not goodbye. How do I turn this fucking thing off?